over 4 decades, Stephen Knapp, Sri Nandanandana has stood as a bridge between continents, cultures, and consciousness. His writings have not only preserved the Vedic wisdom for future generations, but made it accessible, relatable, and deeply meaningful for countless seekers around the world.
Congratulations in order to Stephen Knapp for his fantastic contribution in literature and education. For 40 years, taking the bridge and living as a true cultural ambassador of India.
Through his books, talks, and tireless outreach, Stephen has made the profound wisdom of the Vedic tradition accessible to people all over the world. And this isn't just a personal achievement, it's a collective victory, a moment of celebration for all of us who work to preserve, promote, and protect the integrity of Dharma.
I am so pleased that the President of India has honored him. He's also done stuff that nobody in India had been able to do, that is to go to the basement of Taj Mahal and present pictures of what is there, which had not been uncovered by others.
You've dedicated your life to helping people realize there's alternatives, and you made phenomenal contributions making those options available to people through your books, through your lectures, through your travel. There's no higher way to serve the world.
There's only one reason why VFA exists today, and that is because of the selfless work of Stephen Knapp. He is the father of it, he is the founder of it, he has brought it to life. He will also keep it alive for another generation.
His work continues to inspire seekers, scholars, and spiritual aspirants across cultures and generations.
This is history in making, and this is like a cornerstone which will be remembered throughout the next few hundred years.
He has done a great thing for Hindu causes. By writing books, touring, and lecturing, he has awakened hundreds and thousands of Hindus all over the world.
Namaste and a warm welcome to all our distinguished guests. I'm Sandy Graham, co-director of VASA and a member of Vedic Friends Association. It's an honor to co-host today's celebration in honor of Padma Shri awardee Stephen Knapp. Before we begin, we had invited Karnamrita Devi Das, a renowned kirtan singer and first Western woman to be classically trained in Indian vocal music to provide the invocation, but she notified us she wasn't well enough to sing today. So may I call upon Jeffrey Armstrong to open with a Sanskrit invocation to honor the sacred lineage of the Gurus of Bharat and to invoke an auspiciousness to the special occasion? Jeffrey G.
Certainly, Sandhya Devi. And welcome to everyone. Pranams, Dandavat pranams to all of you. So, Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We are all grateful for the contributions to our life, to our very essence and our well-being from all the gurus who made this possible.
Thank you. To open our celebration, it's my pleasure to introduce our co-host, the President of Vedic Friends Association, Benny Tillman, also known as Balabhadra Das. He's the first African-American president of VFA and a longtime leader, teacher, and advocate for Vedic culture, who has helped shape VFA's global mission and a new vision and heart. Balabhadra Das is a direct disciple of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, the founder of the ISKCON Society for Krishna Consciousness, and is chairman of the board and regional director of ISKCON Suwannee, North Atlanta. Please join me in welcoming Benny Tillman, Balabhadra Das.
Namaste, Hare Krishna, and welcome to everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. We really appreciate, first and foremost, your support by your presence here tonight. It's truly an honor to be co-hosting this very special event today as we come together to celebrate our dear friend and the founder of the Vedic Friends Association, Stephen Knapp, also known as Sri Nandanandana Dasa. On receiving the prestigious Padma Shri Award, India's fourth largest or highest civilian honor. It's a very special honor that he received. This moment is not only a tribute to Stephen's decades of tireless service to Sanatana Dharma, it is also a proud milestone for the Vedic Friends Association. With this recognition, Stephen becomes the third Padma Shri recipient on the VFA roster, joining the esteemed association with Padma Shri, or the third Padma Shri, with David Frawley as a Padma Bhushan, Bhamadev Shastri, and Subhash Kak. They're both world-renowned Vedic scholars and carry this mission of Vedic thought throughout the world. For those of us who've known Stephen over the years, we've witnessed firsthand the clarity, courage, and unwavering dedication with which he's represented Sanatana Dharma, not just in academic circles, but in daily life. Through his books, talks, and tireless outreach, Stephen has made the profound wisdom of the Vedic tradition accessible to people all over the world. And this isn't just a personal achievement, it's a collective victory, a moment of celebration for all of us who work to preserve, promote, and protect the integrity of Dharma. Stephen has been a trailblazer, helping open doors and build bridges for those following the path. In today's world, where Hindu voices are often misunderstood or misrepresented, Stephen's work stands out. It's grounded, respectful, and deeply authentic. He's shown what it means to be both a student and a steward of Vedic wisdom. So today, we don't just say congratulations, we say thank you. Thank you for your service, your scholarship, and your steady example. And personally, I thank you for your guidance in my service as the president of VFA. It would have been very difficult had I not been able to reach out to you and get guidance and support. And knowing Stephen, I'll say this award isn't a stopping point. It's just another step in his lifelong mission to share the light of Vedic knowledge with the world. And we at VFA are honored to continue walking this journey with him. And just when Stephen thought he might be slowing down, it seems Sri Krishna had other plans. And when I thought about this, as I was preparing to say this, it reminds me of Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. He had his plan, which was to step away from the battle, but Krishna had another plan, to stay in the battle. So in a small way, Stephen had told me before he was trying to retire, trying to slow down, but I think Krishna won't let him slow down. He has too much more to offer. So Stephen, here we are, your friends, well-wishers, and fellow scholars, all gathered to celebrate you and to wish you strength, joy, and continued inspiration for the many more years of service and wisdom sharing still ahead. Thank you so much for your service, Sri Nandanandana, Stephen Knapp. Hare Krishna.
Hi.
So we'll begin with our first guest of honor. And this is someone that I've had the opportunity to be on several platforms at the City Hall in Atlanta, at the Rath Yatra Festival in Atlanta. He's a very wonderful person. And when I first met him, I thought he looks so young, but he has such an important position in our culture, but he's such a powerful personality. Sri Ramesh Babu Lakshmanan. He's the Consulate General of India at Atlanta. Sri Ramesh Babu Lakshmanan is the Consulate General of India in Atlanta and a career diplomat with the Indian Foreign Service since 2005. He has held key roles in India's Ministry of External Affairs, including Joint Secretary during India's G20 presidency and head of the Rapid Response Cell for Operation Ganga. His overseas postings include Moscow, Paris, Colombo, and Dushanbe, I hope I pronounced that correctly, where he managed political, commercial, and cultural affairs. He holds a master's degree in science and brings a wealth of global diplomatic experience to his role. Please welcome Shri Ramesh Babu Lakshmanan. Hare Krishna.
Namaste, everyone. Good evening, and it's such an honor. And first of all, congratulations in order to Padma Shri Stephen Knapp for his fantastic contribution in literature and education. We are all very proud of you, sir, especially as a Consul General from Atlanta. We are all very proud of your achievements. I was going through, once you received award, I have gone through your fantastic life journey for 40 years, taking the bridge and living as a true cultural ambassador of India. It's a great honor and pride for all of us, sir. It's a distinct honor to be here in the special gathering among all the scholars who are all keeping the Sanatana Dharma and the Vedic heritage of India spreading across the world, becoming, as is truly said, that everyone is a cultural ambassador here. It's a great honor that we are recognizing an individual who has built a bridge between cultures, a scholar and a devotee who has dedicated his life of deepening the world's understanding of Indian spiritual and cultural legacy. So the Padma Shri for literature and education is a testament to his unwavering commitment and the impact of his life's mission. You all know that you would have seen that President Murmu stated, Indian President, while presenting the award, that he had helped people of other countries to understand the spiritual depth of India. It's really a great thing, sir. This is what it unites, transcends borders and unites humanity in pursuit of higher knowledge and global harmony. Sir, as I said that you have strengthened the bonds between India and not only USA and to the world by sharing your India's spiritual and philosophical treasures. Your journey is a great example of the spirit of ancient Indian saying, Vasudeva Kudumbakam, the world is one family. You have shown that light of India's instant wisdom can guide, uplift people everywhere, regardless of their nationality or their background. So may your work continue to inspire younger generations and all the generations to come to have greater bond between India and the world, and to give more stronger through the universal message of peace, knowledge, compassion that you so eloquently embody, and you are also making others to embody that. So this kind of honors, it's a great thing for India to see. It's between cultures, between fostering dialogue and goodwill and lasting partnership. So your contributions, sir, keep contributing to the great work which you are doing. We are very happy. I'm very happy. Thank you for Vedic Friends Association. Thank you, Balabhadra Bhattacharya Dasa and all the team to be part of this fantastic event to honor Padma Shri Stephen Knapp. My only thing is that in my tenure in USA, I would like to say hello to you. If some time permits, I'll be very happy to personally meet you and seek your some wisdom on this one. How do you, about your life journey personally, I would like to meet you. Let's see, sir. God will be kind enough on that. And all the best wishes and congratulations once again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that inspiring speech and regards for Stephen. We really appreciate you taking the time to be here. Our next special guest is from India, Madhav. Madhav is an Indian politician, author, and president of India Foundation, a leading New Delhi-based think tank. He's curated many major global forums such as the Indian Ocean Conference and the Dharma Conference, bringing together world leaders, scholars, and policymakers. His latest book, The New World, the 21st Century Global Order and India, explores two defining forces of our time, the rise of nationalism and wokeism, offering critical insights for anyone seeking to understand today's global ideological shifts. For those of you who are in India, you can get that through Rupa Publications, and I believe it's on Amazon everywhere. It's a brand new book. Dr. Madhav previously served as National Secretary of the BJP, overseeing key regions including Jammu, Kashmir, and India's northeast. Please welcome Ram Madhav.
So I'm
Benny,
going to.
I think you have a message from.
Yeah, I'm going to read the message from him. It goes like this. My apologies for not being here in person. My flight to Johannesburg was being delayed. Please offer my hearty congratulations to Sri Nandanandana ji for the great honor bestowed upon him by the government of India. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. I think with all the turmoil in the East over there, flights are being, it's just havoc at the airports over there. So he was very disappointed not to be here in person, but sends his regards. Benny?
So next we're going to welcome and introduce a very dear friend of mine, spiritual god brother. His name is Anuttama Prabhu. We say Prabhu, but here it says Das. Das means a servant, but he's also Prabhu. So he's the International Director of Communications for ISKCON and a senior member of its governing body commission since 2000. A disciple of Srila Prabhupada, he joined ISKCON in 1975 and was initiated in Vrindavan in 1976. And by the way, Anuttama, I was there in Vrindavan when you got your initiation. I remember that, very beautiful. He leads ISKCON global communications, interfaith outreach, and education efforts, and has represented the organization at major events like the Parliament of the World's Religions. He lives in Rockville, Maryland, with his wife, Rukmini Devi Dasi. So please join with me in welcoming Anuttama Dasa. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Namaste, everyone, and congratulations, Padma Shri Award winner. I want to offer very special appreciation to my friend and godbrother, Sri Nandanandana Prabhu, Stephen Knapp, on the receipt of this award, given to you personally by none other than the President of India. That in itself is so significant. I was looking over a little bit of the background of your contributions and really awed when I read 40 books, some places that list more than 50 books. Our co-host Sandy, she mentioned someone wrote their recent one book. I have to acknowledge I haven't written any books, so I don't even know why I'm here speaking at all. But really, it's phenomenal. I mean, with topics varied from the Gita to the Ramayana, deities, mantras, yoga, Dharma, reincarnation, and a title I particularly was drawn to, Toward World Peace. So what you've done and all the contributions you made to lift up spiritual awareness and realization, and teaching about the importance of spiritual knowledge and ancient insights and the contributions of Indian Vedic culture really have brought that alive for many, many people. And we all know today we live in such a polarized world. There's so much conflict. There's so much, even in the United States, the former Surgeon General talked about how actually there's an epidemic of loneliness in this country, and of course many other countries as well. Depression, racism, extreme nationalism around the world, religious fanaticism, war, drug addiction, alcoholism, so many problems are there. We know these things, and people are really looking. They're not happy. People are not happy with all the material progress that's there. Despite so much progress, I mean, and it is a fact as described in our culture, our time here is so short. We have a few minutes, we have a few days, a few weeks, a few years, but we live in a culture that gives people this illusory impression you've got unlimited amount of time, and any glance at any modern newspaper or any feature of what's going on in the world, we're reminded how even the most successful people in the world, materially speaking, their lives are finished in a moment. So you've dedicated your life to helping people realize there's alternatives. There's more to that. There's other choices. And more people are looking for options. And you made phenomenal contributions making those options available to people through your books, through your lectures, through your travel. And I think that's there's no higher way to serve the world and to bring that knowledge away available to people. So you've done great service to the world. You've done great service to the Hindu community, done great service to India, done great service to your guru, Srila Prabhupada. We're all grateful. I'm grateful. I wish you the best. And I only end with this thought. I look forward to your next 50 books. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I don't know if I'll make it to another 50 books, though, but
I have faith in you.
well, thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Back to you, Cindy.
Thank you very much for those insightful talks. It's wonderful to hear so many friends of Stephen's. We all have such wonderful things to say about him, and it might sound like we're repeating ourselves, but Stephen, we could go on and just say each one. We thought we wouldn't roast you, but we just honor you today and say wonderful things. We love you.
Well, all thank you.
Our next guest is someone I am very honored to introduce and someone that I follow and am greatly inspired by, and that is Dr. David Frawley, or Pandit Vamadev Shastri. He's the founding chairman of VFA and a recipient of the prestigious Padma Bhushan Award, which is the third highest civilian award that India grants. And it was for distinguished service of a higher order to the nation. I've always wanted to know what that really was, David. It honored his work and his teachings as a Vedic teacher, which he received in 2015. He is the founder of the American Institute of Vedic Studies, an online educational system providing courses, resources, publications focusing on Vedic knowledge systems, including Ayurveda, Yoga, Vedanta, Vedic astrology, and Vedic counseling, along with the background system of Hinduism, or Sanatana Dharma, as we call it. Please welcome the Honorable Dr. David Frawley.
Namaste. Welcome to all. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. It is my great honor to be with you. It turned out very well. Actually, we are in a retreat in the Colorado mountains, quite away from most everyone, but we ended up having a nice Starlink here that could connect us with you in spite of all of that. Stephen is like a brother to me, and we have shared a lot over the years, and we have also been in a lot of battles, you might say. We've been on the front line for a long time, going way back into the 90s, and of course, working with publishers like Voice of India, and also getting a lot of negativity from the press, particularly from India, but also from the West. And our paths have crossed in many ways, also doing programs with Ram Madhav and India Foundation. And a few years ago, we happened to meet in Kurukshetra, where we were both invited to the yearly event they have for the Gita Jayanti. And then this last year, we had an even greater connection. We were both given a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Vishwa Hindu Parishad of the United States. And I was able to also participate or listen to him relative to that as well. And we've been fighting a lot of battles, whether it's the ancient history issue, whether it's the interpretation of Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma, working with groups like Voice of India that were also very much under siege, traveling throughout India, sometimes together, sometimes individually, sometimes in different type of groups. And we've watched this unfoldment of India and Sanatana Dharma. And I've always looked upon, everything I've done, he has kind of done as well. And he's also had a very clear and decisive voice, regardless of the criticism he has received. And of course, that also gives some confidence for all of us who have been in the trenches there, Now it seems we've emerged a bit from the trenches, sticking our heads out, and someone is honoring us rather than trying to cut our head off. We also, I believe, pretty much share the same age. I'll be 75 this year. I think we're similar to the same age, but I look at him as a brother in all these battles and causes. And so I'm very happy to see him honored again. And I also want to tell you there's only one reason why VFA exists today, and that is because of the selfless work of Stephen Knapp. I was also involved with the VFA. I did not have so much by way of time, but he is the father of it. He is the founder of it. He has brought it to life. And now that you're giving him a reward for that, he will also keep it alive for another generation, I am certain. And he will be looked upon as one of the great inspirers of Hinduism and Vedic knowledge in the United States and also worldwide. He has worked with ISKCON, but his work is honored by many other groups as well. And his books are still available, and he has more coming out. So I'm very happy to be with him again today. And I would like to thank all of you at VFA, et cetera, for organizing this particular event. And I also wish the best for VFA also for the future. So Stephen has given it a firm foundation and good roots. So all we need to do is follow his continual guidance and inspiration. Hari Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, you're 10 days older. I think about 10 days older than me. So yeah, we're very much in line with being brothers and fighting the good fight together. And I've always respected your path because well, I mean, I was going to say more about this later on, but just in case you have to sign off with Starlink or something, I want to just make sure that you understand that, you've always been an inspiration to me. You've got much further into Vedic culture than I did through Sanskrit, Ayurveda, Jyotish, and you also showed me a lot about how to deal with the different organizations in India, and how to deal with it, what to expect from them, or what not to expect from them. So it's been very enlightening and very honored to have you as an example to follow in that regard. So I greatly appreciate your association, and like you say, you're kind of like my older brother in that regard. So once again, thank you very much. And my only regret is we don't get to see each other more often. So thank you very much.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, David Frawley. I also appreciate your guidance and instruction. So that's how we're continuing, by your support. So now we'd like to welcome another distinguished member of our VFA family, one of the founding members, and a very dear friend of mine, Sri Jeffrey Armstrong Kavinda Rishi, ICCR Distinguished Indologist 2021. He's the founder of VASA, Vedic Academy of Sciences and Arts, an online educational center focusing on the philosophy and psychology of yoga, Ayurveda, Jyotish, and Vedanta. Jeffrey Armstrong Kavinda Rishi is the co-founder of VFA, Vedic Friends Association, and a scholar on the British Board of Dharmic Scholars. As a yoga practitioner for the last 50 years, he retired from corporate life 28 years ago and has been teaching full-time on behalf of the Vedic Sanatana Dharma. Jeffrey is a best-selling author, philosopher, poet, and Vedic astrologer for over 45 years, and also a fantastic songwriter in his own right. He received the Canadian Hindu Chamber of Commerce Lifetime Achievement Award in 2022 and was recently honored with the ICCR Distinguished Indologist Award by India. Please join with me in welcoming my dear friend, Sri Jeffrey Armstrong Kavinda Rishi. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Namaste for your wonderful words. It's such a joy to have all of us together on this auspicious occasion. And it is both my personal joy and a profound honor to offer my heartfelt congratulations to Stephen Knapp on receiving the Padma Shri, one of Bharat's most prestigious civilian awards. This recognition is not merely for a body of written work. It is a tribute to a life lived in quiet dedication to the eternal principles of Sanatana Dharma. For over 4 decades, Stephen Knapp, Sri Nandanandana Das, has stood as a bridge between continents, cultures, and consciousness. His writings have not only preserved the Vedic wisdom for future generations, but made it accessible, relatable, and deeply meaningful for countless seekers around the world. While others debated relevance, Stephen demonstrated it. Through service, scholarship, and steadfast commitment to truth, he has upheld the integrity of Sanskrit knowledge with remarkable humility, without seeking titles, rewards, or applause. Stephen, through you, the voice of Sanatana Dharma has traveled further, spoken more clearly, and touched more hearts than you may ever fully know. In a time when the Vedic tradition is often misunderstood, misinterpreted, or diluted, Stephen has served as a guardian of its authenticity. His life's work reflects what the sages of old described as tapasya, a burning inner commitment to truth, to Dharma, and to the upliftment of humanity. To be honored by the government of Bharat with the Padma Shri is a great moment, not only for Stephen, but for all of us engaged in the renaissance of Vedic knowledge. Stephen, your recognition is richly deserved. You have done great honor to your lineage, your teachers, and the ancient rishis whose voices echo through your words. Your own guru, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, would be proud of you and your achievements just as all of us are. So Jaya Radhe Shyam, Jaya Hanuman. May your brilliant seva continue to awaken and enlighten the world. On behalf of your fellow Vedic scholars, your students, your peers, and your well-wishers across the globe, we thank you, we honor you, and we look forward to the continued unfolding of your remarkable contributions to Vedic Vidya. May your voice continue to illuminate the minds and open the hearts of all lovers of truth for many years to come. Dhanyavad and Namaste.
Thank you very much. Those are some very serious blessings. Thank you very much.
Just a few words for something that is a vast and amazing subject to those of us who have observed it and thought of you as an acharya, an example to follow.
Well, thank you very much.
Jai Radhe Shyam.
I'm glad this is being recorded so I can remember those words forever.
Well, Stephen, I think the example that you have set is going to live in the lives of everyone who follows you for many centuries. You set the bar very high with Vedic Friends Association. If people have not seen Stephen Knapp's website, I recommend you go there. Prepare to spend months reading and learning. It's just such a resource of Vedic knowledge. So, Stephen, again, pranams. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Our next special guest is someone we're thrilled to have today is Dr. Subhash Kak, who's co-chairman of VFA. Subhash Kak is an Indian-American computer scientist and historical revisionist. I love that word, historical revisionist. God knows we have so much of India's Bharat's history to revise. Thank you. He is the Regents Professor of Computer Science Department at Oklahoma State University, Stillwater, an honorary visiting professor of engineering at JNU, and a member of the Indian Prime Minister's Science, Technology, and Innovation Advisory Council. That's a long sentence there. Subhash Kak is a published author on the science, the philosophy of science, ancient astronomy, and the history of mathematics. Dr. Subhash Kak is the recipient of the prestigious Padma Shri Award, the fourth highest civilian award granted by the government of India for his contribution on the history of mathematics, science, ancient astronomy, and the philosophy of science, which he received in 2019. So this is the third VFA Padma Shri Award winner. So please welcome Dr. Subhash Kak.
Thank you, Sandy, and thank you, everybody. Such a galaxy of brilliant minds today, honoring Stephen Knapp, Sri Nandanandana Prabhu. I've known him for a long time. We were together on a tour of India along with Ram Madhav in, I think, 2001, if I'm not mistaken. We went to several cities through the breadth and length of India and spent some great time together. And I was so impressed, as I got to know him, of how productive he has been. It's already been mentioned that he has done 40 books, and person of great courage. He's also done stuff that nobody in India had been able to do. That is to go to the basement of Taj Mahal and present pictures of what is there, which for whatever reason had not been uncovered by others. So it's been a great pleasure and honor to have known him, and I've been a great admirer of all that he has done and his energy. And especially all this is important to remember now because the world is going through an inflection point. And recently there's been a lot of discussion that maybe in another couple of 100 years, the world population will plummet to 100 million from the current 8 billion. This is because of AI and what other stuff that's going on right now because of science and because of technology and social media. People are very happy just to be looking at the screen morning to night so that their brain gets rewired and they imagine that the universe is two-dimensional rather than three-dimensional. I was talking to my dear friend David Frawley the other day, and he says it's good to, before nightfall, to step out and look into the sky and see that the stars are behind each other. So in any event, this is an amazing moment in history for the world, and at a point where with all the benefits that science and technology has given to us, it's also revealed the fault lines in our own psychology and in society, which are leading to unhappiness and loneliness and depression. And I think the only way out is really Sanatana Dharma. Truly, I believe in it. I mean it as a scientist. And as somebody who's also studied the Sanskrit text, this is the only way. It's a universal way. It binds all of humanity together. And it's a journey to the very heart of one's being. Because ultimately, Sanatana Dharma, as Balabhadra Prabhu said in the beginning, is a journeying to one's being. And it's not getting connected to something which seeks to dominate or control you. In Latin, there's a word for those who wish to control others. And the word is, in modern Italian, is sinistra, but in Latin, it is sinister. So Sanatana Dharma provides us a way out of this sinister path of domination to one of true freedom. And I think what Sri Nandanandana Prabhu has done in his work is to point to different steps, in all his various books and articles, different questions that people can ask about, where they are and what they need to do in order to make sense of their life. So a great tribute. I am so pleased that the President of India has honored him. And I do hope that he, as was mentioned before, that Arjun was persuaded to change his mind, that all of these events of recent days or months will make him, Stephen, persuade his mind and change his mind, which I believe there's a hint that he's already given us, and continue to work because this is a battle that nobody can leave. We must fight on. Thank you very much. And once again, congratulations to you. What a delight.
Well, thank you very much. And when it's my opportunity to speak, I have a few more things to add about that lecture tour we took across India. So I'll wait until then. But yeah, thank you very much, Subhash. It really means a lot to me.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Subhash. It was very nice. Appreciate your glorification and recognition of our dear Sri Nandanandana. And now it is my honor to introduce the members, the board members of VFA. This is the executive board members. In fact, VFA has, I was thinking today, we have 4 different groups. We have the executive board, then we have the founding board, then we have a group that's working on programs and activities, and then we have a group that's working on our new website, which we'll talk about that later on. But I'm so thankful for all these devotees. First and foremost, we have Vijay Ganapa, and we have Prakash Srivatstava, we have Sankirtan Das, my dear God brother, and Vijay Polod. Vijay Polod is one of our most important and main supporters of this organization. So Vijay Ganapa is the treasurer of Vedic Friends Association, VFA. Vijay Ganapa is a founding member and current treasurer of the Vedic Friends Association, a seasoned engineer in the telecommunications industry. Vijay brings both technical precision and deep dedication to this work, his work with VFA. He is also an author and is actively involved in service initiatives focused on education and knowledge sharing, known as a natural people connector. Vijay helps foster meaningful collaboration within the VFA community and beyond. So please welcome Vijay Ganapa. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Namaste, everyone. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Balabhadra Prabhuji. Okay. The first and foremost, hearty congratulations to Stephen Knapp, Sri Nandanandana Dasaji. One word, I don't want to take too much time. He truly deserves it. And that's the only, rest all people have talked. So I'm glad he truly deserves that he got it. The way I got connected was through his books. So we are talking about books. The first book that really captured me was Proof of Vedic Culture's Global Existence. When I read that, first time I understood the potency of Vedic Dharma. Okay, we're all doing, then I understood the potency. Okay, when the potency is there, then things started moving. In Detroit in 2002, that is almost 23 years ago, I met him in person. Luckily, my project was positioned. Actually, I asked for a project in Detroit so that I can meet him. Then he introduced me for darshan for Shri Radha Kunja Bihari at Fisher's Mansion. I still remember that tour he took me around. That was fascinating. First temple in US, which is Hare Krishna temple. Then our friendship began. And with that friendship, then we established VFA 23 years ago. The initial founders were myself, Stephen Knapp, Ram Madhavji introduced David Frawley, and a couple of others, of course. Very soon we got Kavinda, Rishi, and few others. So that's how the journey started. So from friendship to establishing VFA. The most two things I can always tell is, of course, he's totally dedicated to the cause and he's extremely sincere. So those 2 points I want to emphasize. And this is history in making. I think Sandy was mentioning or somebody, this is history in making. And this is like a cornerstone which will be remembered throughout the next few hundred years. Okay, until unless we get into 100 million people, as Subhash Kanji is saying. So thank you very much. Thank you, Sandy ji, and thank you, everyone. Namaste.
Thank you very much, Vijay.
Next, we have Prakash Srivatstava. He's the secretary for VFA. We are honored to welcome him. He has served as the secretary and global IT director of the Vedic Friends Association, VFA, for the last 5 years. and is a passionate advocate for preserving and promoting Dharma in the digital age. With a diverse background spanning technology, leadership, and community service, Sri Srivatstava brings a unique blend of vision and devotion to every initiative he undertakes. And I also like to thank him for becoming a friend of my son. My son has become very, very attached to your association. So you're helping him connect to Krishna consciousness. Thank you so much for that. So please, we welcome.
Haribol, everyone. Thank you all for joining. So on behalf of Vedic Friends Association, heartfelt congratulations to Sri Stephen Knapp ji on receiving the Padma Shri. As the Secretary and Global IT Director of Vedic Friends Association, or VFA, I'm deeply honored to congratulate Sri Stephen Knapp on being awarded the Padma Shri on April 25. This well-deserved recognition celebrates his lifetime service as an author, researcher, and speaker devoted to the preservation, propagation, and global understanding of Vedic culture and Bharati spiritual tradition. Sri Knappji's tireless effort has been instrumental in bringing the profound wisdom of Sanatana Dharma to the worldwide audience. His work continues to inspire seekers, scholars, and spiritual aspirants across cultures and generations. On behalf of the entire VFA family, we extend our heartfelt gratitude and congratulations. May his journey continue to illuminate the path of Dharma for many more years and so many more books to come. Right, Babuji?
Yes.
We'll see. We'll see about that.
Thank you, Haribol.
Haribol. Thank you, Prakashji. So now, hopefully he still has a connection over there in New Vrindavan. We'd like to welcome Sankirtan Das, aka Andy Frankel, Director, VFA. Sankirtan Das, Andy Frankel, is a sacred storyteller, award-winning author, and director of the Vedic Friends Association, VFA, a recipient of the West Virginia Artists Fellowship. He has shared Vedic stories and teachings across a wide range of venues, from schools and museums to major events like the Parliament of the World's Religions, the Dharma Conference, the National Storytelling Conference, and Unity Day at the FBI Center in West Virginia. His workshops and performances bring ancient wisdom to modern audiences with depth and heart. So please welcome Sankirtan Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Was he able to connect?
I have a message here from him saying that there's a storm coming through and it's very dark and he's lost electricity and cannot attend the session. He's trying. Maybe we'll get back to him in a moment then. We'll see if he can come
Absolutely.
through.
We'll leave it open for him. No problem.
All right. Besides the heat wave, I think some people are in quite a bit of weather these days. Go ahead.
So we'll continue. And at this time, we'll welcome Vijay Palod, Director VFA. Vijay Palod has served as a director of the Vedic Friends Association for the past 10 years and is the Public Relations and Media Outreach Director for Hindus of Greater Houston. A financial controller by profession, he has been a dedicated supporter of Hindu dharmic events in Houston for over 30 years and has actively defended Hindu values in the public forums. Vijay is deeply engaged in interfaith initiatives in Houston and Sugar Land and has been a key promoter of International Day of Yoga since its inception. He is also a passionate fundraiser for Hindu youth programs and has received several honors, including the ICC Community Service Award and the Indian American Chamber of Commerce of Houston Outstanding Community Service Award. A daily practitioner of yoga and meditation, he continues to serve the community with humility and dedication. A dedicated family man, Vijay stays energized by swimming, cycling, yoga, and keeping up with his 4 grandchildren. So please, everyone, join with me to welcome Vijay Palod. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Namaste. Namaste, everyone. What a great evening. And Stephen Knapp ji, you're looking very charming today. I'd never seen you that charming before.
It's all that makeup on I put on.
And I know him for over 20 years when he came to Houston. And he has done a great thing for Hindu causes. By writing books, touring, and lecturing, he has awakened hundreds and thousands of Hindus all over the world. And you cannot take the retirement. You have a lot more work to do. And his recent article I have read, which says self-defense in Vedic Dharma, it is our duty. These are the kind of inspiration articles we need. And in modern days, what we are going through, all these things, I'm sure he will write few more articles.
Oh, yeah.
All I want to say that I do not know why it took so long to give an award like this. So I wish you all the best. Hope to see you soon. Dhanyavad.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vijay. That was lovely. You've been such an avid supporter of Sanatana Dharma globally, and we've all felt your gracious generosity, so thank you. Before we welcome our esteemed guest for the evening, Sri Stephen Knapp, we'd like to share a brief video that will set the tone for this special occasion.
A humble seeker who found his eternal home in Krishna consciousness, Stephen Knapp, Sri Nandanandana, a direct disciple of Srila Acharya Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, began his journey in 1971 reading the Bhagavad Gita, receiving the Krishna book from ISKCON's Boston Center. He trained as a pujari and dedicated his life to spreading awareness of Srila Prabhupada's mission. He authored over 50 books preserving Sanatana Dharma and Vaishnava wisdom, taking Vedic knowledge to the world. Today, we at ISKCON Vrindavan honor him as the Government of India confers upon him the very prestigious Padma Shri award. Stephen Knapp dared to stand for Dharma in a foreign land and became the light for Krishna devotees to follow.
Very nice. Yeah, we could actually watch it again. It was so good. It was very nice. So I have the distinct honor of introducing our dearmost friend, our leader, our inspiration, Sri Stephen Knapp, Sri Nandanandana Das Prabhu. In January 2025, Stephen Knapp received India's Padma Shri, the nation's fourth highest civilian honor, in recognition of his exceptional contributions to global Vedic literature and education. Stephen is the founding president, co-chairman of Vedic Friends Association, American author, Vedic scholar, and spiritual teacher. As a direct disciple of Srila Prabhupada, Stephen Knapp has dedicated over 40 years to studying and sharing Sanatana Dharma. He's authored more than 40 acclaimed books, including The Secret Teachings of the Vedas and The Heart of Hinduism, and delivers lectures and spiritual workshops worldwide. A pioneer in building bridges between East and West, Stephen leads VFA's mission to preserve and promote Vedic wisdom, inspiring scholars, practitioners, and seekers across cultures. Please, everyone, with great affection and love, please welcome our dear Sri Nandanandana Stephen Knapp, Padma Shri. Hare Krishna.
Anyway, thank you very much. I mean, I was thinking about this. This is like being with family. I mean, I've known all of you for so many years that and we've been through so many different things together that it's like being in family. We all know each other. We've know all the different things we've gone through, and so it's a very familiar atmosphere. I feel that's really quite enjoyable to me. And like I said before, with David Frawley, my only regret is we don't get to see each other often enough. And now that I don't travel as much, I'm not going to conferences and things like that as much as I used to. So it's a little more difficult. But first of all, I want to thank Balabhadra for being a organizer for this event tonight, and for being a staunch pillar in helping maintain the Vedic Friends Association and all that you do. And I wanted to thank David Frawley for his inspiration, his guidance, his being quite honestly one of the frontier people in showing Westerners how to engage deeply into various aspects of Vedic culture, which has always been an inspiration to me. Of course, Anuttama, thank you very much for participating in this. I remember when we were in the Bhakta program together in Denver back in 1975. We were in the Bhakta ashram together. So I was thinking about this. I may still have been in Denver, except I didn't like the temple president at the time. And so I thought, I'm out of here. I'm going to new places. But the thing was, other people were feeling the same way, but they took their complaints to the GBC, Governing Body Commission. And so when the president found out about it, he left, about 2 or 3 months after I did. If I would have known that was going to happen, I probably would have stayed in Denver. But, Krishna had other things in mind for me. So that was something that was interesting. And I wish Ram Madhav was here, because I wanted to talk to him and thank him, because he, along with Subhash Kak, put together and was part of my first long-term lecture tour of India. And I remember when we were first starting out, especially with Subhash, he was my lecture partner. So I was thinking, I've never spoken in front of an all-Indian audience before. What to speak of an all-Indian audience in India? So I was kind of like timid, a little afraid, and starting out kind of slow. But by the time we got to Vishakhapatnam, I gave a strong lecture about what Vedic culture meant to me and how important it is to the world and for Indians themselves, Hindus, to protect and defend their culture. And so I remember that at the end, and there was the chief minister there, the mayor of the town was there. And I remember I raised my fist and I said, don't let me be the only one here that's bold enough to say that I'm a Hindu and proud to be one. And all of a sudden, people in the audience started getting up and saying, I am Hindu, I am proud to be Hindu. And so after that, people were coming up and talking to me. And there was one gentleman in particular that said, when you were speaking, I felt like you were the return of Vivekananda. That's when I knew I'm starting to make a connection. That's when I knew that something was starting to happen between me and the audience and the people that were, listening to me. And that was an amazing journey. I learned a lot from it. And of course, I was speaking to you, getting guidance on how I was interacting and what to say, what not to say, and things like that. So it really helped to tone my lectures and my speaking in front of Indian audiences more thoroughly and more correctly. So I want to thank you for that. I've never forgotten that experience. So that definitely means something special to me. Of course, Jeffrey Armstrong, he's always been an inspiration to me. First of all, with his music and his lyrics. Because like I said, back in the early 70s, I had all those Mangalananda tapes with the vocals written by Jeffrey. And they were, like I said, they're as good then as they are now. And I still felt that, this music should be more popular. Yeah. More people should listen to this. The message is clear. The melody is great. The vocals are, as clear as they can get. And so then only later, I think maybe 20, 30 years later, you gave me copies of the CDs. So I graduated from cassette to CDs on those. but it was amazing thing. And of course, you and I worked together a lot in forming the basic directions of the VFA in the early days. So that also helped a lot because, this is not a one-man job. This is takes a lot of people to, work things through. And Sri Ramesh Babu, I wanted to thank you for being a part of this program. And certainly maybe sometime we can meet. I would love to and discuss, future activities for, spreading and preserving Vedic culture. So then of course, we have Sandyji. We've known Sandyji for how many years? 20, 30 years? Long time.
Be kind.
Be kind. I need to be kind to myself. I'm not that old, am I? This makeup is going to start running any minute now, and then my real age is going to show up. So, but the thing of it is, Sandyji, she is like, should I say, the Shakti behind Jeffrey? But she's the pillar of a lot of the organization that goes on in the VFA these days. So, we could say that she's the Shakti behind a lot of the things that go on. So we depend on her, and she comes through marvelously. Vijay Ganapa, another person that's a bold and strong supporter of all of us, of what we do here. And kind of like one of the unsung heroes, you might say, that many people don't know about unless you're part of the VFA and you know how integral of a position he holds. Prakash Srivastava is another person that is making strong contributions and is also another pillar of support for the VFA. Sankirtan Das, too bad he's not here, but I remember the first time I met Sankirtan Das when he was in the Chicago Temple at the time, the Chicago ISKCON Temple. I think that was 1974 when there was a Rath Yatra festival or something like that. And I went there and I was talking to him about something I can't remember now. But anyway, it goes back a long way in that regard. Vijay Palod, another strong supporter, without which I don't know if we could have had a VFA no matter what I did, So very thankful for Vijay Palod for everything he's done. We had some great conversations lately about the future activities. And I was thinking that, maybe instead of writing so many books, maybe we should start producing more videos, short videos that get points across, more effectively like that, because that's where this seems to be. I mean, I'm a lover of books, so I like writing books. I like reading books. But today's generation, it's a new generation. We got to follow suit to help, accommodate their needs and their interests and stuff. So there's other people I'd like to thank. Michael Cremo is one associate of the VFA that's also been very helpful and very supportive. Maria Worth, she's out there somewhere. I've been watching you and your activities for a long time, and you're kind of like one of those intellectual kshatriyas, You're not just a Vedic ambassador, but you're like an intellectual kshatriya that is a defender. You've become a seeker, now you're another defender of the faith.
She takes no prisoners. I love her writing.
Yeah, I've been watching you for a long time, so I wanted to mention you while you were there, because the first time I met you, I mean, I knew about you, but the first time I met you was at the Ujjain Kumbh Mela. It was that conference that Narendra Modi was a guest speaker of.
Yeah.
And I first met you there, which was very rewarding. Very nice to have met you then. It was great to meet other people who appreciate what you do and to be somebody who appreciates others. I always like that too. So, I want to mention to Jagat Guru Prabhu.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. And I want to mention to Jagat Guru Prabhu, I know he's out there. He's my partner in temple management for the Detroit Temple. So I want to mention how, effective or influential he is and help in my management here at the Detroit Temple. So those are some of the people that we have. And I had a statement that I want to read about the VFA and some things, because I talked to Vijay Palod last night, and I thought, I better I better get something together here because, otherwise he's going to hold me accountable. And but anyway, as far as the VFA goes, I want to mention a couple things. And that is, first of all, the development of civilization, which means the upliftment of consciousness in society. Because without the upliftment of consciousness, what is society? What is civilization? It should not be a fight or competition between parties, but a united endeavor for the improvement and continued means to reach our full potential for one and all, both materially and spiritually. And we should all be working together for that. This has always been the goal and motivation and purpose of Vedic culture or Vedic Dharma. Now, the formula for moving Vedic culture and its teachings forward, which I have always been saying for years, and this is one of the principles that we've adopted for the VFA as well. And it's interesting to notice that as we've been presenting some of our ideas have become more influential than we may think, because other people start to adapt our phrasing or our slogans or whatever that started in VFA, which I'll give a little example of in a few minutes. But anyway, the formula is the protection, the preservation, the promotion, and perpetuation of Vedic culture. Protection, of course, means that we make sure it's secure and safe so that we never lose it, it's never taken away, and we never lose our freedom to participate in it. Preservation means that we do enable ourselves to practice and participate in it, that it's held in such a way that people have access to it. They can know how to apply it to their lives. So this is one of the things that's important, that preservation. With that comes promotion. I know many Hindus don't like to talk about promotion and stuff like that, or preaching work, but in this day and age, without promotion, they're just going to run you right out of town. You got to let people know what you've got. There's an old saying in the publishing world, once an author, always a promoter. Why? Because you might have the best book in the world, but if nobody knows about it, nobody's going to buy it. So in the same way, we may have the best, most all-encompassing and wholesome spiritual path that there is, that can be found, certainly the deepest, most profound. But if people aren't aware of it and aware of its correct interpretations, people aren't going to take to it. So this is something that's necessary. So if we can protect, preserve, and promote it, then we can perpetuate it generation after generation. The younger generations need to know how effective, how deep, how profound the Vedic culture is so that they also begin to take an interest in it. This is the perpetuation of it. So the Vedic system is the means to reach your highest potential, both in health, your mentally, emotionally, intellectually, and ultimately spiritually. It's an all-encompassing integral system. So to propagate this understanding, we need to be intellectual kshatriyas, like David Frawley coined that phrase, which means we need to be proactive, or what I call Vedic ambassadors, so that we know the culture, we know the philosophy, and we can explain it to others and defend it. Say when there's incorrect articles in the newspaper or something like that, we know how to correct that and write to the editor and explain what the real philosophy is. So the VFA used to offer a Vedic ambassadors course, but now the Hindu American Foundation has taken up the same initiative, offering a course to be Vedic ambassadors. I'm not saying anything, but I wonder where they got that idea from. But our purpose, one purpose in the VFA, was that it was formed to do away with the often apparent exclusivity that is found in many Hindu organizations. In other words, if you were a follower of any aspect of Vedic culture, you could be a member of the Vedic Friends Association, and we can all work together. So many Hindu organizations are working for the same things, but will not unite. Therefore, deeper Hindu unity is a need of the hour, as far as I'm concerned. The power of a united Hindu or Vedic community can be most impressive when we all work together, which is obvious. So then, interesting thing is Rajiv Malhotra has presently started a project called Banyan Tree. which is the premise of which is to unite Hindu organizations, which is an idea that we had nearly 25 years ago. So we still need to work on that level. So anyway, the power or the point is that most of us within the Vedic Friends Association, which are here tonight, most of us are not afraid to stand up and show our royal loyalty to Vedic culture and explain the reasons why it is special and unique. And we all need to keep doing that, both individually, as we've been doing before we came together in the VFA anyway, but also collectively as in the VFA. So that is what will make a difference in the future growth of Vedic culture. And when we have so many great personalities in our organization, we keep working together like that. Like I explained, we never know how many ideas that we come up with that other people are starting to take seriously and add it to their own retinue of activities that they do. These are all reasons why 3 of us have now won Padma Awards. David Frawley with the Padma Bhushan, Subhash with the Padma Shri, myself, and Jeffrey has won the Indologist of the Year Award. Sankirtan Das has won awards for his books, and so on. And for that, I want to thank everyone for your great qualities and what you all have done and keep doing. I have learned by experience that if you simply keep working in a particular direction, meaning you cannot give up, doors of opportunity will open that you never knew even existed, such as myself. Like Balabhadra was saying, I was starting to feel like I'm getting old, I'm getting washed up. I got nothing left to offer. Then all of a sudden I win, a few awards last year, one from the Lifetime Achievement Award from the HMEC, the Hindu Mandir Empowerment Council, then another one from the VHPA, as David Frawley was mentioning. And then now all of a sudden the Padma Shri Award. All of a sudden what I do, what I say has gone up to a whole nother level. So opportunities can continue to open up for you even when you don't think they exist. So anyway, that's the one thing I wanted to point out, because when these opportunities open, this is the divine reciprocating with your endeavors. Or as one friend of mine said, it is like Mother India giving you recognition and giving you the reciprocation for all the service you've done to Mother India in the past. So I want to thank you all for your service and thank you all for your kind gesture towards me this evening. And something I will never forget, never expected it, but sometimes you never know what could happen. So, Dharmo Rakshati Rakshita, Jai Hind, Jai Srila Prabhupada, and Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you very much. There's a lot more I could say, but I think I don't want to take up too much time. And I'm going to keep some of the ideas, as I said, after talking to Vijay Palod, for maybe producing some videos on various points in this regard as well. So maybe I won't do as much writing. Maybe I'll do some more video producing or something like that. We'll see what happens. Anyway, like I said, thank you all very much. It's like being with family, and we'll see where we can go from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sri Nandanandana Prabhu. It's been, when I first got involved with VFA, actually, I didn't go to the meeting. You had a meeting in Atlanta, and I was visiting with Gopal Krishna Maharaj. So I sent my associate to come to the meeting. Then I get a phone call from the meeting, say, Balabhadra, we want you to be the president of Vedic Friends. I went, what? What are you talking about? So that night I had to go meet Vijay Palod, and I forget who else. I came from one side of town to the other side of town just to meet Vijay Palod. After I met him, and that beautiful smile that he has, that Vedic insistence in getting things done, I was very impressed. I said, maybe I should do this. And I knew about Sri Nandanandana from Detroit. And by the way, Sri Nandanandana, that's when I got initiated in 1974 in Chicago, when you were there. I was there for Rath Yatra. So I've been in the shadows of you for many years, appreciating you somewhat from a distance. but following your example, and I say like this, your example is one of spiritual insistence. You can't sit quietly when you're dealing with Sri Nandanandana. It's like we have got to move. We got to move forward. We got to be progressive. We got to make things happen. So I'm very inspired by that, and I'm sure everyone else is as well. So on behalf of VFA, on behalf of all your friends and associates here tonight, we want to thank you from the bottom of our heart. And your work is definitely not done. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Maria, I know you wanted to say something.
I wanted to say that I was very happy when I met you in Ujjain, and we are the same age also. And I was in Vrindavan in 1980 with Ananda, my mom, and I stayed in ISKCON guest house. And and your first work I was reading was Taj Mahal, the true story, and which I felt also these things also have to come out. And thank you for your work and congratulations, Stephen.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. That means a lot coming from you, because I know you're like I said, you're a defender of the faith, so that means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So first of all, my highest gratitude to all of you to arrange this wonderful program. Also, especially Sri Prabhu has been one of the strongest pillar of our Devsan Mandir here in Detroit. And it is so nice to see him receiving this special recognitions from President of India. Also, he's the first one to receive in ISKCON. So that is how he has opened the door for any future recipient from ISKCON or Vedic culture. And we are very grateful for his many, many years of service, more than 40 plus years service at Devsan Mandir. So, Dandavad.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jagannath.
Just one thing.
Jeffrey G.
One of my favorite verses from the Bhagavad Gita. Yad yad acharati shreshtas, tatad ivetaro janaha, sayat pramanam kurute, lokastad anuvartate. It is acharyas like you who the world follows, led by the inspiration of your being. So please don't ever stop being you. Be you more completely, more fully, and the world will dance with you. And Sri Bhagavan.
Thank you very much. Very nice. Very nicely put.
Well, this has truly been a memorable and inspiring event, and we extend our heartfelt thanks to all of our distinguished speakers and guests. Your presence has elevated the celebration and reminded us of the global community that is united by Sanatana Dharma.
And to you, Stephen, Sri Nandanandana, our dear friend, founder, and Padma Shri awardee, we offer our deepest congratulations. Your unwavering dedication, humility, and clarity have lit a path for so many. May your voice continue to uplift, illuminate, and guide for many years to come. So before we close out, transcendental housekeeping, as we might say, we want to invite everyone who's interested, who's been inspired by this program tonight. Many of you are already associated with VFA, but if you're not, please look in the chat. There's a link where you can become a member. It doesn't cost anything to be a member, but you can stay in touch with you and let you know when the next events are coming up. As Stephen said, there's going to be videos. We're going to be posting videos, posting different programs, seminars, trainings. Everything's going to be there. Actually, Sandy gave a great idea at our meeting recently that VFA should be kind of like the portal, P-O-R-T-A-L, portal, where everything Vedic comes through. And that's also reflective of what Srila Prabhupada said in the Hare Krishna movement. He said, it was said about him that he will build a house that the whole world can live in together in peace. So we want VFA to be that kind of an institution where, as Sri Nandanandana pointed out, any aspect of the Vedic culture can be represented through VFA. So thank you very much.
It's such an inspiration just to be associated with all of the scholars and people that I get to meet through VFA. So for anybody listening who's not a VFA member, this is the best way to have association is by doing seva. And Jeffrey said something in a talk the other day. He said, we don't need another savior, we need more seva. So I implore everybody, get involved. It's the secret sauce to Sanatana Dharma. Do the seva. And thank you. It was my pleasure to do whatever I can. And thank you so very much for including me.
And thank you to everybody. Before I get off, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for all the service you've done putting this together. This is one of my most memorable events that have taken place. So I'll never forget it. And I'm glad it's being recorded so I can personally keep that for future treasures, you might say. And hopefully we can continue our work together and continue making a profound impact on the future of Vedic culture together. So thank you once again. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. Haribo. Haribo.
Haribo.
Thank you all for joining.
Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Hare Krishna.